Yeah, what a great road environment. Really impressed with the turnout and just the energy in the building. You can tell, that this is a team that plays well at home, and we just had about as bad a start as you could have with the way we wanted to compete. And I think UCF deserves a ton of credit for that. And they whipped us on the glass really good, and that's kind of been our strength recently. And they beat us in one-on-one plays, going to the basket, and then when we did make a miss, and man, I thought Stillwell was just awesome on the glass. I thought he was competitive. I thought he created a ton of extra possessions for them, and his ability to beat us to loose balls, and when we did make a miss to offensive rebound, I thought completely changed the game. And man, we got a long way to go and a lot to learn. And I thought UCF was just more physical, more aggressive, and tougher than we were for 40 minutes.
You just spoke about Stillwell with John Bull, their 7-footer. What kind of challenge was he just trying to contain him? He had a lot of scoring, especially early on, had a double-double.
Yeah, no, I thought off penetration, we had a hard time guarding in the middle of the floor, and it created rotations for him, and he got, baskets around the rim just with us having to help late. And we were late, man. We were late all game long. We were not ready to play, and that's 100% on me. I mean, we had a week to get prepared for this, and we tried to make sure that we had our best for the stretch run of the season. We did not overlook this game. We knew 100% how capable this team was of beating us. I mean, we lost in here the last time we played. They beat us to start conference play last year. I mean, JT talked about it, but it's not what we did. I mean, what we communicated and how we practiced was not what we did in the game. And man, I thought, to your point, Bull was good, but I thought he was the recipient of a lot of breakdowns defensively. And his size and length obviously took advantage of it and scored. But we had a lot of breakdowns guarding the ball.
Coach, JT Toppin out of halftime, 14 points in the first 7 minutes. What was the immediacy as you chatted with the players at halftime to make sure you get them the ball?
Yeah, well, I think there was a lot of things at halftime that were the immediacy, and it was not just get JT the ball. It was just like, how do we guard the ball so that we can play in transition? I mean, when you're playing against Makes and they're setting up the defense the whole time, you put yourself in a position where you're already behind. I mean, our transition offense and our ability to score off misses has been what's made us great, and that's when we separate ourselves. And so really the focus at halftime was make sure we're meeting passes, and we did make some adjustments to get the ball in different locations, and I thought JT got it going the second half. But honestly, I mean, we weren't scrapping like we needed to start the game, and that gave them a lot of confidence, and they played with a lot of confidence the rest of the game.
Coach, you mentioned the poor start to begin the game, but you guys were able to keep it close majority throughout, and then in the final few minutes, it seemed like UCF started to finally pull away. What do you think went into that?
Well, two things. One, our ball security wasn't good. I mean, you're turning it over 13 times, and I thought we had a couple of pivotal turnovers at the end of the game. One was in transition where we dribbled it off our own teammate's heel, and the other one was a pickup. I mean, two of our best players got the ball close to the basket, and they knocked it out of our hands and got it. So, I mean, we made a big emphasis on just being strong with it, because they'll give up angles and they'll reach. But, it's like, how do you maintain possession of it and create baskets with your strength and ball security? And we didn't do it well down the stretch.
Coach, even with
which led to transition baskets. I mean, we ended up, and you got to leverage them a little bit. You got to send people to the glass to try to create opportunities. And I mean, they got 4 points just off of us turning the ball over. And
Coach, even with the loss, you created a 15-point advantage for yourself with the three there. You guys have particularly Atwell and Anderson have shot pretty well from beyond the arc and still kept you in the game, even with the stuff that you've been talking about from the criticism standpoint. So, what do you feel like that says about your team going forward, and how do you maybe learn from seeing your team perform like that?
Well, one, it's just how difficult can you make it on other teams, and what our advantage is when we do miss, we've been rebounding well. I mean, and that to me was, if you're looking at it from an offensive standpoint, our strength has always been making threes, and we shoot the best percentage in the conference, and so didn't feel like that would ever be a problem. And obviously tonight we had some attempts that looked good and we missed them, but the key to us has been getting more than four offensive rebounds. And said it before going into the game, this is a team that's number one right now in percentage of getting defensive rebounds. So they've done a great job, and they did it tonight. I mean, today, we just couldn't get a second attempt. So I feel like our confidence is we have guys that can shoot. It's can we create extra possessions with offensive rebound? We were not able to do that and give UCF credit.
Building off of that, what between watching on film and in person, and what makes UCF such a difficult team to with regards to rebounding on both ends of the floor?
Well, one, I think they got a lot of different guys that have size and physicality and can score. So what you end up doing is you end up having to guard a lot of different people. It's not like you can just focus on one guy and people can, rest, if you will. I mean, they involve everybody. Everybody's in attack mode. Your ability to guard the ball is really paramount. And then I think over the course of the game, they do have good size and length at every position. So they're underneath you. They kind of play underneath. They got their switching defenses and they play zone and they press you a little bit, but they're always kind of underneath you, in between you and the basket. They're never really, extended, if you will, in gaps and guarding the ball, even though they showed some pressure at times. They're between you and the basket, and I think that gives them a chance to be a great defensive rebounding team. They don't get in a ton of rotations, and they got great size and length.
We'll wrap up on that.
I just wanted to get your thoughts on Christian Anderson on his floor generalship tonight. 9 assists, but 4 turnovers, and then also how you think he fared being cross-matched against bigger wings for most of the game, and he played all 40, so that definitely is a factor as well.
Yeah, he's been such a steady decision maker for us all season long, and he makes the right plays. He's got great command. He can score in multiple positions. And I can tell you, if you're talking about the offensive end, man, he had great command. Defensively, we were not what we needed to be. And that's where I was the most disappointed. And I showed clips at halftime of 3 times where we're just giving up angles to the basket on guys that we know are drivers, and it looked like we were pretty loose on that end of the floor. So, man, I don't think offense is really going to be our problem, and we scored 80 points, and I'm not saying that 80 points is going to win every game, but for us, it better be good enough. And for us to give up 88 too, they're a great offensive team. They spread it around and had 5 guys almost in double figures and had a great game from Bull, which he had one of his better ones. I thought Burks was really difficult to guard inside the paint. I thought him getting to the foul line and them getting to the foul line really caused us a lot of problems. But Christian's been tremendous offensively, but we didn't have our best defensively.
All right, thank you.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Appreciate y'all.